2 minutes, which means, since I didn't know you, you didn't know me, which means you might not know Kabam. So let me just give you a quick overview of Kabam. Kabam is an entertainment company. We make games. Our games are free to play, which means you can download them on your Android or your iOS device, Apple or Android device, or on your Amazon device, and play them for free. Not unlike Dropbox or LinkedIn or Skype, where you can use the service for free, and if you like what you have and you want to have a premium experience, you can pay for it. That's how our players pay for games if they so choose. There's premium content in the games. We have millions and millions and millions of players around the world. Kabam has been a gaming company for 4 years. And of our millions and millions of players, some pay, and that's how Kabam makes its revenue. And we do make money. Kabam is a profitable company. This year, 2013, will close with more than $325 million in revenue, which is an 80% growth year over year. Kabam is based in San Francisco. We have offices around the world. We've got about 150 people in Beijing, China, in a studio there. We've got people in the studio in Vancouver, Canada. We've got a large operations center in Berlin, Germany, offices in Austin, Texas, London, Seoul, and more to come. More than half of our 700 employees are in San Francisco, and about 10% of them are Cal alumni. In fact, all these people with black jackets with the Kabam logo on are Cal alumni. They're not just and we do hire quite a few from Cal because it's such a great university to recruit talent from. Not only do we have about 10% of our employees in the San Francisco office from Cal, 3 of our 4 co-founders are Cal alumni. Kevin Chu is our CEO. He's a co-founder of the company. Holly Liu is chief of staff and co-founder of the company. And our 3rd co-founder, who is also a Cal alumni, is the general manager of our Beijing studio. So he's not here for obvious reasons. Not only do we have about 10% of our San Francisco staff Cal alumni, not only do we have 3 out of the 4 co-founders of Cal alumni, we have 5 of the 8 senior most managers in the company are Cal alumni. One of whom is Chris Carvalho, our chief operating officer. Kabam is extraordinarily pleased to be here today. And to all you folks from Cal, thank you for turning on a perfect day. I cannot envision a better view from either side of these windows, although blocked by this beautiful group of people. From that view to that view, we're so proud to be affiliated. Herb, thanks.
So as the world's #1 public institution, Cal prides itself on innovation and entrepreneurship. And we're very excited to announce this new partnership today. And I'd like to introduce our first speaker, Director of Athletics, Sandy Barber.
Thank you, Herb. Thank you to all of you back there. I feel like we need to do a rousing Go Bears here, and we will at some point, I have no doubt. We celebrate the blue and gold today. I'm glad to see all of the blue and gold and ties and letter jackets and the whole deal here. But today we also celebrate black and orange. This is a great partnership. You started to kind of understand it from Steve here. This is a great Cal story. This is business, but this is personal too, as you will hear. It is my distinct pleasure to announce this tremendously important and meaningful partnership with Kabam. This is a 15-year agreement for naming rights to the field here at Memorial Stadium. It will be known as Kabam Field at California Memorial Stadium. The stadium itself will continue to be California Memorial Stadium. The partnership, valued at approximately $18 million over the term of the agreement, makes this the largest field naming rights agreement in college athletics. It is a multifaceted partnership, which includes, amongst the agreement, that Kabam will establish an annual academic scholarship program to go to students working in technology and/or innovation on the Berkeley campus. The partnership is establishing a Kabam Veterans Program that will bring over 500 veterans to the Berkeley campus to enjoy Cal football annually. It also will create an annual community outreach event sponsored by Kabam. And as part of this agreement, the Cal Athletics program will make an annual $25,000 donation to the university library to assist it in maintaining its status as the #1 public research library in North America. We will also, Kabam will create an interactive gaming zone at the stadium. Kabam will offer annual internships to Cal students, and by invitation, Kabam executives will participate with the academic community to lend their expertise and experience around technology and innovation. This is an important partnership for so many reasons. It exhibits the values of intercollegiate athletics to serve as a bridge and a connection between our alumni and the greater community. Certainly, the financial elements are important to the financial model of the stadium. But finally, this partnership and this partner have deep roots at this great university. It's a company that embodies the great work going on this campus every day, in classrooms, in the labs, in hallways, in dormitories, and other social spaces across our beautiful campus. This company was born out of a business plan developed by two of the founders in an engineering entrepreneurial class at Cal. That's where this story starts. And that is where it gets very personal. And that is why this is such an incredible partnership for Cal and for Kabam. It's a business plan built on innovation, high performance, and being a disruptive business leader. All of those are values that this campus and our athletic department hold very dear. Kabam has been named each of the last 2 years as the fastest growing internet media company in the Bay Area. As we've already heard, 3 of Kabam's founders are Cal grads, and almost 10% of their workforce are also Cal grads. Many of them proudly on display today. This is a great Cal story, an opportunity for athletics to serve as a proud, powerful, and valuable connection for our alumni, and an opportunity for proud alumni to give back to their university. It's an opportunity for us to form a unique athletic and academic relationship that will serve our entire community. A partnership of this magnitude, depth, and complexity does not happen alone, and it certainly does not happen overnight. I'd like to thank a few of the members of the partnership team that have been critical to making today and this fabulous announcement possible. From our campus leadership, certainly Nicholas Dirks, our Chancellor, John Wilton, Vice Chancellor for Administration and Finance, who you will hear from, have been absolutely critical in helping to lead this effort. Saki Chair, Vice Provost Kathy Koshland, who is with us, and her naming committee were certainly a critical part of this. From an IA leadership standpoint, this effort was led by Deputy Athletic Director Sally Fulton. I want to thank Sally for the endless time and hours that he spent on this. Deputy Athletic Director Phil Eston, Herb Benson, who you've been introduced to, Justin Panarisi, were absolutely critical to this effort, and certainly along with others in our department, many others who contributed to this effort. And certainly from a campus standpoint, from a general counsel standpoint, obviously no contract gets executed without our lawyers. And so I want to thank Chris Patty and Julie Connor, who the word carrying heavy lumber does not bring justice to Julie's contributions to us here. And I think having been already introduced, but from Premier Partnership, who was our partner and Kabam's partner in this effort, theme of the day, Cal alum, Jeff Marks. I want to thank Jeff and all of his folks from Premier for really being great partners in this. And then finally at Kabam, obviously Kevin, who you'll hear from next, co-founder, CEO, and Cal alum. Chris Carvello, COO, and Cal alum. Again, theme here. Steve Swayze, thank you, Steve, for your great work in this. Once again, Alexander Sepulveda, the Associate General Counsel, who we all got in this room and kind of finished this thing. They locked the doors and said, "You're not leaving until it's done." But I can tell you this: this was a partnership from minute one. You felt it. You felt it in the room. You felt the common values. You felt the alignment. You felt the reasons that there were to do this. And I know you're going to hear it in Kevin's voice, in his words as well. This is right. This is really right. And this is just a tremendous Cal story. And it's about this campus and what what it means, what our students get here during their experience, and how they're motivated, and the kind of intellectual stimulation that they're exposed to, and then what they go out into the world to do. So I will tell you this: the partnership has already begun. It's been there from day one. I cannot wait to get going. So it is my great honor to bring to the podium Kabam co-founder, CEO, and Cal alum Kevin Chu. Kevin, come on.
Thank you, Sandy, for such a wonderful overview and introduction. It is, and I want to thank everyone here for joining us today. It's such a special moment for us. And this partnership between UC Berkeley and Kabam goes way, way back. And it's just, Cal is such a special place for me personally, for Kabam. You've heard about all the different people here that have been involved with Cal. But I wanted to start this off by talking a little bit about my own story here. So I grew up in a pretty small town of about 10,000 people called Moore Park. And I was the only child of two very recent immigrants to the United States. And my parents, after I was born, they bought a small brown townhome on the edge of town. And I tried very hard, and I grew up in that house for all 18 years. And I tried very hard to fit into this very homogeneous, largely middle class, largely white, and definitely very conservative town. And so perhaps you can imagine my journey here as a freshman in 1998. A campus of 35,000 people, incredibly different people from all walks of life coming here at Cal, a confluence of ideas, of cultures, of people, of innovation. I was just blown away. And it was really just such an awakening for me in terms of learning about the world and learning about myself, and how obviously having an incredible education at the same time. In terms of business and career, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. I had no idea what a venture capital firm did. I didn't really even know what the word entrepreneur meant. My education here exposed me to those worlds and set me up for an incredible career, first as an investment banker. Then I went to a startup, then a venture capital firm, and eventually started Kabam with Holly and Mike and one other co-founder almost 7 years ago at this point. To be here a decade after graduating and having the opportunity to name the field at California Memorial Stadium after the company that I started, it's just such an incredible honor. And I can't imagine a closer tie that a CEO can have with the alma mater that he loves. It's just a really, really special moment for me. In fact, the initial genesis, as Sandy and Steve talked a little bit about, began right here at Cal. I want to say that I'm not part of it, and unfortunately we couldn't have Mike Lee join us today. He was the one who took Engineering 110 and came up with the initial business plan behind the company. That the gaming business plan ultimately followed, but that was the genesis, of Kabam, and we twisted and we turned as we tried to navigate a difficult economy along the way, and eventually found our stride with the current business model of interactive games that are free to play, which is a very disruptive and innovative new trend in overall content and media today. Kabam now does over $325 million of revenue. We employ over 700 people in high-tech jobs all over the world. And as Steve mentioned, we've been named by several different publications as one of the fastest growing internet and digital media companies in the Bay Area over the last 2 years. This is an extremely humbling moment for me, and I'm just so grateful to be here with all of you today. I'd like to take a moment to introduce you to Kabam's other co-founder, Holly Liu. And I wish Mike Lee could be here today. We're really trying to get him, but he was kept in Beijing on pretty important matters. Holly graduated from the class of 2003 with a master's in information management and systems. She was the chief of staff and the founder of Kabam that pulled us all of the other co-founders together. Mike Lee was class of 2001. He had an undergraduate at EECS and is the general manager of Kabam Studio in Beijing, and that's why he couldn't join us today. Including the co-founders, 5 of the top 8 executives at Kabam are Cal alumni, including our COO, Chris Cavallo, and our president of studios, Andrew Shepard, who was unfortunately in London on private business. Of course, you've heard today already that 10% of our workforce today in San Francisco has a Cal degree. But if you back up all the way to when we first started the company, the large majority of our company was Cal alumni. And back then we had almost no money, so we couldn't really afford to pay people very much. You'd probably laugh if I told you the average salary of an employee. So we begged and we found friends and really talented friends, and we got them to join and believe in the vision. And we've expanded that family to over 700 today. Finish up the day.
Well, thanks. It's a very exciting day for Cal Athletics and actually for the university, more broadly speaking. And as much as you, Kevin, expressed pride in being able to partner with your alma mater, we're really proud to be partnering with our alumni. It's just a fantastic occasion. From the very beginning, with Premier Partnerships, we set out to find the right partner for these wonderful to help us pay for these wonderful new facilities. And we really wanted to do it in the right way. And we wanted to focus on finding the right type of partner. We wanted a company that we could form a broad relationship with, a relationship that would extend far beyond athletics. We wanted a relationship that would value the academic and athletic experience of Berkeley. We wanted a relationship that would honor our veterans. Lastly, we hoped to find a local company focused on innovation and technology with strong ties to Cal. And we think we found it in Kabam. We considered the agreement between Cal and Kabam far more than a contract between a university and a company and 2 logos on the field. We think it's a partnership that reflects a broad relationship between a leader in innovation and technology and the world's preeminent public university. Over the past year, Berkeley has developed 5 operating principles that guide much of what we're trying to do at Berkeley to change the way we do administration. These 5 principles are: we include and we excel together, we imagine and we innovate, we simplify, we're accountable to each other, and we focus on service. We think the partnership with Kabam touches on almost every one of these principles. First, as mentioned, the original business plan for Kabam arose in an engineering class on entrepreneurship here on campus. Second, for the last 2 years, as has been mentioned, Kabam has been the fastest growing internet media company in the Bay Area. Third, an important portion of the partnership includes giving back to campus, including, as has been remarked already, scholarship for deserving students, football tickets for veterans and their families, and internship for students to enhance their learning experience beyond the classroom. And as Sandy already mentioned, athletics will be donating money towards the library. In terms of athletics specifically, This agreement is part of a broad approach to ensuring that athletics remains fiscally responsible. We're constantly searching for unique and innovative opportunities to support the student-athlete experience at Berkeley, including philanthropy and public-private partnerships. Field naming rights is one element of a broad financial plan for both California Memorial Stadium and the Simpson Center for Student-Athlete High Performance. This plan, which we unveiled over a year ago, relies on a diversified portfolio of revenue-making activities, including seat sales, stadium leases, rental income, investment returns, and philanthropy. Concrete examples of this plan are this partnership between Cal and Kabam. But we've also signed long-term leases with the Haas Business School that have opened up the Haas Innovation Lab on the ground floor. And we also opened up new fitness facilities for rec sports, which is open to all students at Berkeley. We're also in the process of reaching agreements with the Goldman School of Public Policy, the Bolt Law School, the Center for Executive Education, and the College of Engineering. They're all going to be inside this building. And that's what it will be, a multi-use 24/7 facility that uses athletics and academics at the same time.